So I took my old petrol cap off this City Express and I decided to give it a shot with the nickel plating, and I think it turned out okay, bar the pitted bits, if you know what I mean. Not much I can do about that, but good results. Okay, so I've been working away at some of my bolts, and one thing I've noticed about this process is that you can take them out of the bath, or whatever you want to call it, and they can come out like this, and they look like there hasn't been much nickels went onto them. They look like they're all stained and stuff. I don't know if this camera would focus, I'd show you. Can't really get it to focus on. There we go. You can see that it's not perfect, but what I realized is that if you just take them out and give them a quick rub on the brass brush, they come up like... Now this was one of the worst screws I had, and you'll see this, they come up like brand new. As long as there's no pitting, it'll look good. Cannot get this camera to focus, do not know why. You can see how shiny and good that is now. I mean, that's like a brand new bolt, and you want to see the state of it. It looked something like this bolt here. If you can see, it looked something like that before I started. So now when you compare it to this brand new bolt, it's actually even better, bar the marks from previous people wrenching at it. But can't believe how good that looks. I tried to do this one earlier and it came up pretty good. After I haven't even hit that with polish yet, or autosol or anything like that. I literally just cleaned it up with the brass wheel for like a second, not even pushing in really hard on it, just rubbed it. So I'll show you the way this one turns out after hitting it on the wheel. So that's the bolt after I hit it with the brass brush. You can see the coatings on it, and it's like a brand new bolt. Can't believe how good that came up. Very impressed. There you go. Think I finally got the hang of doing this coating. So this is another one that's just came out of the bath. You can see it's quite dull and black in places. And you think that it's not done it very well or right. But I'm going to hit it with the wheel now, and I'll show you it when I come back. And you can see after hitting it with the wire wheel what it looks like. That's like a brand new bolt, that is. So I'm very impressed. As long as there's no pitting in it and stuff, it'll look good. So there you go. That's when you get the hang of the process. It is very beneficial than replacing the bolts on the bike. So this is an original bolt from the City Express. I've not done anything to it, and it may even have been painted black at one stage in its life, you can see. So I'm gonna clean this up and the washer, and we'll see how it comes out. Obviously the marks are going to come out in it. I may try and hit it with a file, clean up some of them marks on the corners, and see how we get on. So this is now the same bolt that I showed you earlier on with the black paint and everything else. And you can see that that's turned out middling decent. I couldn't get the washer off it because it's got that bent, it's just kind of stuck on. But you can see it got the outside edges pretty good. And I'm happy with the results. There you are, folks. Try it for yourselves.